Hello, patrons. Wanted to drop a quick update for everybody. I know that I missed in August, but kind of just have had a lot going on. It just slipped my mind. So I wanted to get one out here in early September, and I'll probably do another one here toward the end of September since a lot of things should be pushing forward by that time. So item number one, I want to update you guys on the rebranding of the channel, right? We're very, very close. Almost everything is ready to go in terms of rolling out the new logo and new name and everything. What's left for us to do at this point is to sort of just settle things behind the scenes between all the partners, and scheduling a time when everybody can actually meet up on a weekend and sort of hammer that stuff out has been difficult. As of right now, we're planning on meeting on September 15th. And should be able to settle everything on the back end, the business end of things. And when that is finalized, then we can, make a plan for moving forward and actually releasing everything. So what I think will likely happen is that we will be ready to go at the very end of the month of September or early October. That's what I would guess. I don't think that it should be any later than that. Where we'll be able to actually roll that all out and introduce the new stuff we're planning to do and sort of update everybody on what's changing, what's staying the same, and that sort of thing. When I say everybody, I mean the people who are not patrons. I've kept you guys in the loop for the most part. So that's that. That's what's happening with the channel rebrand. So yeah, like I said, it should be done by the end of the month or very early on in October. That's when you can look forward to seeing everything happen there. For the most part, we won't have to create any new pages. We won't have to of course, we'll keep the current YouTube channel. We'll just rename it. I have also found out that I can do that here with the Patreon page. I can do that with our Facebook page. I can change my Twitter handle. So I'll probably end up changing my Twitter handle to the new name. So that we don't lose any followers, we don't have to start any new pages, everything can just be kind of flipped over to the new name. So it should go really smoothly when the time comes. We just have to get everybody together and make sure that everything's worked out. So that's everything with the channel rebranding. In terms of video content, for those of you who have not seen the video that I did on Monday for Hyper Light Drifter, I was really happy with how that one turned out. And as I was making it, it was funny how it sort of turned into a review, basically. I didn't intend for it to be a review, but that's kind of how it ended up being. But it ended up being something super manageable for me, and that moved in the direction that I wanted to move, in the way that I cover games without doing it in the review style I had been doing before, where the videos were 20, 30 plus minutes long. And I think that it really, really worked. And so I'm thinking that the experience of creating that video, which took me a week to make. Now, part of that was because Hyper Light Drifter, you can beat that game in a couple of days. It's a shorter game. So, when I'm covering longer RPGs, it's still going to take me a couple weeks to maybe a month to beat them. So there will still be, a lot of heavy playtime that goes into them. But when doing it in the style that I did this video, I think that I could make the videos, write the videos, research the videos, edit the videos much quicker, something more like just 1 week. And in my opinion, it's a better video. It's quicker to watch. A lot of people don't have a lot of time to just burn 30 minutes on a single YouTube video, or don't have the patience for that. So it kind of fits that sweet spot between the 8 and 12 minute mark. And I don't know, it wasn't about trying to create an inventory of everything you can expect and detailing every single thing. It was more just about capturing what that experience is what it's all about at its core, and whether or not it's successful at achieving its goals. And I was able to sort of write it in a style that I'd rather move toward. So I don't know. I was just really happy with it, and you guys can let me know what you think. But on the video itself, the reception was very positive. So I'm actually planning on doing that with the Vagrant Story video, which is the next video that I'll be making, you know, as was voted on here on Patreon. So speaking of that, real quick, I mean, it might not be the very next video that I make. I think that I'm going to have to play through it and capture footage first. And that's what I'm going to get to in a minute. But I think Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice is the next game I'll be covering. So this Monday is Kaysen's video. The following Monday will be mine. And that's another game I can beat in a matter of like a couple days. And that I've already beaten before. So capturing footage should be really quick. And I could probably write another video similar in style and length to the Hyper Light Drifter video and have that out, for my next video. So that's probably what I'll have coming next. But then after that, Vagrant Story will be the very next one that I cover. And I think I'm going to try and do it in a similar style. Now, Vagrant Story, while being slightly longer than Hyper Light Drifter and Hellblade, is also a fairly short game. So my plan is for the $10 level patrons, I'm going to be streaming that starting probably this Saturday. And I'm going to stream for 2 hours a day. Saturday, skip Sunday, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that's going to be kind of my new streaming schedule for the $10 patrons. I have another video I'm going to put up just for those guys to sort of explain what I'm doing there. But I should be able to get through Vagrant Story in just this next week. And then, have that video be the following video after the Hellblade video. So those are my plans moving forward. I've also received a bunch of, help, I guess, from the community for my Final Fantasy XI review. I contacted about 6 or 7 people who are covering different parts of the game, who have already written, and some of them have already recorded their sections. So the Final Fantasy XI video could be done fairly soon after that, actually. Now, this is something that I sort of talked about on podcasts, but I'm actually working to re-release my entire Final Fantasy review series again. To fix up false information or inaccurate information in them, to take out things that, I'm not happy with in terms of like my analysis on them, or to maybe just update my thoughts on things. I think Final Fantasy VIII is one I have some updated thoughts on, as I do for like Final Fantasy II and some of the earlier ones, as well as to expand on them for new information that's come out since the time that I made those videos. A lot more information, clearer information on the development history of Final Fantasy I, for example, that I can put into them. The other goal with doing this is to make them feel really consistent across the board, because the voice that I used changed a lot over the course of them. Earlier on, when I was making the older ones, really popular content on the internet at the time was Angry Video Game Nerd and people that did skits and tried to be funny, and I sort of tried to work that into my own videos. But over time, I sort of like found my own voice, the way that I really wanted to talk about these games, not just what I thought would be popular or funny that people would like. So, and on top of that, the video and audio quality is very, very starkly different between them, especially like for Final Fantasy 4 and 5, where I think it's really bad. So my plan is to sort of rewrite those videos and then record them all at the same time, Final Fantasy 1 through 15, and basically re-release them all at the same time, not on the same day, but like maybe day after day for 2 weeks straight or something like that. So the Final Fantasy XI review, while it could be ready, I might hold off on it until I'm able to complete the rest of them. How long would that take? I don't know. It depends on how long the Final Fantasy 15 content gets dragged out. I think it's just supposed to be the end of this year. And I could review that one pretty quickly since I've already played that game, and I've already recorded a lot of footage for it as well. I just had to go through it one more time to remind myself and see the new content and be able to, see the differences between the game the way it is today and the game the way it was when it came out and when I bought it at launch. Aside from that, it's the Final Fantasy XIV content. As with Final Fantasy XI, I may choose not to actually go through all of it myself because I'm not an MMO guy. But I'm staying open to the fact that I will like it, and if so, I have plenty of people on Discord who are willing to go through it with me and walk me through it and help me out and get my feet settled in that game. And I know that a lot of the content you can do solo, or most of it, so we'll see how long it takes me to get through that. But once I have, all the Final Fantasy videos will be going up together, and I think it'll finally be like the complete series that I really had in my mind, like the vision that was murky and I hadn't really figured it out, but I had an idea of what I wanted originally. I think that I'll finally complete that vision by releasing them all at the same time. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Send me a comment. Otherwise, I'll see you guys again at the end of the month to update you on the rebranding. So have a good one. Peace out.